Hey everyone, welcome to our channel. Let's get started with this today's topic. Today's topic is about how to trigger a receive task or an intermediate message boundary catch event in Camunda 8 through Spring Boot. So, what does the receive task mean? Receive task reference a message. These receive tasks will be waiting until a proposed message is received. So, what it does is the instance will be waiting near the receive task until and unless a new message or a new message with ID got published. So then the process instance will be moved forward. So this receive task needs a correlation key uh, to correlate with the BPMN. So in BPMN, in the runtime of BPMN in operate, it should have the correlation key as a variable so that we can be able to correlate the key in Spring Boot with the operate deployed diagram, BPMN diagram. So before going to the implementation of the video, I'll show you how my Command platform is running. So I'm running it in Command. I'm running it in Docker compose to compose the YAML file. So I have actually configured the BPMN diagram with the receive task, which is named as which has a global message reference as details received, and I gave it subscription correlation key, which is a variable that is key. So whenever we start the diagram, then the key should be there, or in between also the key should be there. So the key is so important to publish the message in the receive task to trigger it. So I'll just go to the, we can even configure the intermediate message boundary event in a similar manner. It only the representation of the visuality is different, but the both functionalities of intermediate message boundary catch event are same. I can show it to you here. As you can see, it is same. It is same and one, but the representation of the diagram is different. So I'll just quickly go to the Spring Boot application. I ran some tests. I ran some tests. So I I have configured this Spring Boot application by using the Spring Boot starter command Maven dependency. So I'll restart this application. So I have established the DB client connection by using the properties. The properties are where my GB is running. My GB is running in the local host 26500, and I'm making the communication through plain text. I have configured the key as background. So whenever the message needs to be published, then the application needs to take the variable inside the BPMN diagram, and then it will correlate with this one. So while starting our application itself, it needs to have a correlation key. So I'm just deploying this diagram, and then I'm starting a process instance key with that name Acron. So which will be starting the instance. I just gave a user task here because to stop the instance. So it will be going so fast if the correlation key and everything is there. It will be going to stop the process instance and slow it down. I have just to put a, so the instance has started. This is the third version I have deployed. So it's the instance got stopped here. I'll go to use the task, and then I'll see. You can see, as you can see, that variables that key has been successfully got into the BPMN diagram, and just completing the task. On completing of this task, because the application is running, then it will directly go to this, and then it will publish this message command with message name this and the correlation key. So if both are correct, it will be completed. As you can see that the variables from the application got into this BPM diagram. So this is how you implement this is how you trigger a receive task and an intermediate message boundary catch event in Command 8 using Spring Boot. So one important tip here is you need to deploy your diagram before starting your application. So whenever you want to start your Spring Boot application, you should definitely deploy the diagram before the starting of this application. Otherwise, it will not be able to recognize the receive task. So after deploying your diagram, you need to start your application and then you need to start the instance of this particular BPM diagram. And you need to give a proper correlation key while starting the application itself so that it will be taking the correlation key into the receive task and it will be able to publish the message. And this is how you do it in this. Thank you.